What's up everyone, welcome back to Mark on Chain. My name is Mark. Today we're going to take a look at 3 upcoming mints on Solana, which are set to blow up. They're already building a lot of momentum, so we're going to take a look at the 3 different ones that you guys definitely want to look out for. None of them has a set mint day yet, so you're still somewhat early or able to get in and try to see if you can get whitelist for it. So I'm going to jump into my computer. It's going to be a quick little walk around of the 3 different projects. What's good, what's bad, and why you want to get into it. Learn a bit from it. Go ahead and follow them on Twitter and try to see if you can get whitelist, right? So we're going to jump straight into it. All right, guys, so the first project I'm going to talk about, I did talk slightly about it in my other videos about the great code. You guys just definitely go ahead and check that one out. I'll link it up here. But the Cardbaord Citizens are doing what's really great in this space right now. They're playing on a brand narrative, right? A lot of projects are moving over to become more brands rather than just projects with great utilities or just great PFP projects with great utilities. They're building brand, they're building a brand narrative. You know, the project owners are becoming way smarter and the investors are becoming way smarter. And the meta right now is definitely created what, you know, I call branded assets, or what are branded assets, graphical elements around the project, around the brand that they're building to visualize the world, the storyline, you know, a visualization of the storyline and the world that the characters are living in. And Cardbaord Citizens are doing that really well. This is a different spin, right? You have meta in terms of Japanese art, somebody smoking a blunt, acid, and you know, apes and shit like that, right? But these are taking a different route, right? This is quite unique. It's a bit cartoonish, like the art style and the way that it's drawn is a bit different, and that's also great, right? I talked about that as well. Trendsetters, right? They're playing on the narrative in terms of building a brand, but their art is quite different actually, which I really like. But the reason that they blew up so much is obviously they're playing on the engagement, you know, farming to some extent that there are right now on Twitter, and it's not a bad thing, right? But they're building branded assets. As you can see right here, their pinned post, delivery postponed. They have their banner, right? It's a visualization of the characters where they're living in the space where they're delivery men. It's a delivery company, not really sure, right? But it creates that excitement, that interest, right? Because it's a bit mysterious at the same time, like, oh, what else is happening in the world, right? Like, what is this all about? Oh, that looks really good. That means that it's a proper project. If they create great branded assets, that means that they've been really put some time and effort into it rather than only creating the art for the project and then figuring out the utilities after. It's the same in the Web2 space, right? When you see not a project, where you see a brand which has great like graphical elements, that being newsletters, that being on their website, that being on their Instagram, when all of those small elements, graphical elements sort of work together in like symbiosis, that's not the word, when they work together in harmony, right? It creates this bigger brand narrative. And that's really what's working in the Web3 space right now, specifically on Solana even more so. So Cardbaord Citizens do that really well, right? And when I looked at these guys the first time, I saw the first tweet that they had. Let me see if I can actually find it, if I can scroll all the way down here. Yeah, this one. I saw this one on my Twitter, right? It was the 16th of April. Definitely should have gotten into it, right? But nevertheless, I'm trying to give you guys, obviously, when I saw this, I knew it was going to blow up, right? Because it was clear, right? They're creating something that is unique and different. They're not only showing the art, they're showing a GIF, a video, a visualization of the brand, of the world, of the characters, right? I know I talk a lot about that in my videos, but that's really just to sort of like really push it through to you guys so you get it, right? That's really what's working. And just in general, right? It's just great branded asset. And it's cool, it's different art. It has this like 90s cartoonish vibe sort of thing. The art with the characters is not really, I'm not the most fan of it, but it's really blowing up and it's becoming really popular, right? So, and that's really around how they're doing their branded assets, right? So that's definitely the first one. Their Discord is open, so you guys can go ahead and try to get whitelist. There's even a tab here called how to get whitelist, right? So be active in the chat, join their events, make fan art, react to their sneak peeks. So, you know, and you should obviously also join their whitelist giveaways that they're running on Twitter, not only from their own tweets, but they're also running collaborations with reputable people in the space and with other projects, right? Which actually leads me to the next project that was quite funny, which is Reckless Raccoon Club, right? So, oh yeah, first off, I'm just gonna show you guys their website, right, before we move on. Their website is great, right? You can just tell, right? It's just, it has like, there's like there's some finesse to it, right? Like it's really good branding, it's really good graphical elements. It all ties into their brand, right? The whole brand narrative, both from all the way that they're writing things, their graphical elements, right? Their catchphrases, the way that they talk to their community. It's a whole brand, right? It ties together really, really well. And obviously, like really basic website right now, it's coming, but still just looks really good. Jumping back, Reckless Raccoon Club, I was going to talk to you guys about that one. Again, right? Oh, it's raining. I don't know if you guys will be able to pick it up. Anyway, branded assets, right? Right here. That's not the art that you're going to get from the NFT, but then again, right? You can see they're writing something. You can sort of visualize these reckless raccoons being batshit crazy in whatever world that they're living in. And that's sort of the feel that you get from this branded assets. And it happens to be the very first tweet that they get, right? So when you're scrolling Twitter, right, you can actually have an excuse to use social media because you'll be able to make a shit ton of money if you're able to find these branded assets, these graphical elements where it's like those who interact are ready to explode for whitelist. Any interaction with this tweet will be considered for whitelist. Those types of things. When you see these branded assets and it being, one of the first tweets for some of these projects, join it, interact with it, follow them on Twitter, join their Discord if they have one, and try to just acquire that whitelist as soon as possible because it's way easier in the beginning before that they blow up, right? These have already blown up just a bit, but you can see they don't really have that many tweets yet, right? And they have 36,000 people on Twitter. So their Discord is closed, but they're dropping some different Discord invite links, or it's private, every now and then. So follow them on Twitter and interact with their different things, right? Put on notifications, right? You can put on notifications so whenever they tweet something, you're there from the get-go. Try to make some fan art of it as well, post it, tag them, and then you'll be able to be, noticed by the team because you tag them all the time. You interact with their tweets all the time. You're one of the first to interact with their tweets, and then you'll be able to get that Discord invite, maybe get OG, maybe get whitelist, stuff like that. That's really what you want to try to do, right? It's all about being early. If you're not early for projects, you can still get whitelist, but it's just way easier to acquire that whitelist or OG role or get recognized if it's when the projects are trying to build some momentum, right? That they want to get loyal people on or supportive people on that really sort of like push the narrative of the project forward by making fan art or interacting with their tweets. Yada yada yada. You get the gist, right? And moving on to the last one here, this is Trippy World, and they're playing into two different metas in terms of art right now, which is trippy, acid, dopey stuff, and Japanese art, right? It has both of it, the best of both worlds, some would say, but that's obviously some of the reasons why they blew up like crazy. Even their Discord is private as well, right? So I can't really look in their Discord if it has a lot of engagement. So you want to make sure as well when you're looking out for project. This project doesn't seem to have that, but some projects are doing, bot engagement on their Twitter and stuff like that. These guys are just really good at branding and making the right collaborations. I'm gonna get into that. And you can see it right here, right? Their pinned tweet has 28,000 likes on it, right? And they're, for example, also doing collaborations with other projects. That's one of the ways you guys can go ahead and try to get whitelist for this project, right? And it's actually the only way right now. They might be dropping some different Discord invite links here and there. You can see 3 Discord invites, and there's 3.6 thousand likes on it. So you can imagine that this is definitely gonna blow up. There's no mint date for it yet. There's no mint price. It's very mysterious in terms of the amount of information that people can get. And you see more and more projects doing these Discord private because it creates this, people want to get what they can't have or what other people have and you don't, right? Access to the Discord. So that's also something that a lot of projects are doing, and what you guys can then try to go ahead and get is the Discord access, because if you're in there, way higher likelihood of getting the OG, getting the whitelist, being able to mint, right? And they have 140,000 likes, 140,000 followers, which means there's going to be a lot of people trying to mint this. Even though the market is shit right now, NFTs, as soon as Solana starts to sort of trade sideways, that's really good for the NFT space, because then people know how much one Solana is at least, and then they're way easier, way more likely to just jump into things. The market seems to be still going crazy for NFTs, even though the Solana, dropped 50% in a couple of weeks, right? But Point being for this project is you want to look for the trends and the narratives which are great in the space right now. And they're playing on Japanese and acid, dopey, trippy type of stuff. That's really good. That's fucking fantastic. A lot of projects are playing on that, and a lot of projects which are minting are doing really well, which are doing that, right? I talked about that in my video about the great goats as well, right? Playing on the trends which are working right now and has been shown to be successful in other launches. If you find projects which has some similarities to other big projects similar to that, they're probably going to do well, right? And then you have another shot at getting in before the floor prices, I don't know, 50, 100, 150, like for OK Bears. You have a chance of getting in before the floor prices skyrockets if you get a whitelist or if you buy in on secondary right after mint. So that was a breakdown of 3 upcoming mints on Solana. It has a lot of momentum right now. I'm gonna link to all of the projects. We're gonna shoot all of the links in the description down below, so you guys can go ahead and just click that and find them. Try to go ahead and get whitelist for it. And if you do, please let me know. If you have some projects that you want me to make a breakdown of, please put them in the comment section down below. Give the video a like if you got anything useful out of it, and subscribe to the channel. And then I'll see you guys in the next one.